Ladies and gentlemen, namaste. Yet another Hall of Fame interview. And today we have a very, very special guest with us, Mr. Srinivas Raghavan. He's from Chennai. He's a business consultant and now an author of this beautiful book, Unscrapped Barrel. So let us take more insight regarding his book and welcome, Srinivas ji.
Hi, Vinith. Thanks a lot for arranging this interview. It's a pleasure to talk to you today
Great.
afternoon. Yeah.
Great. Same here. So let us start the first question with the title itself, Unscrapped Barrel. What is the
Yeah.
meaning of this title and why did you choose this particular title? So please let us know in the detail.
Sure. See, I want the title of the book to be pretty unique when I formed this idea of writing a book. So this book is full of thoughts actually. So I thought what would be the title name so that people could very much relate to the book actually, up to the content of the book. So I thought this would be the perfect title. So I'm not able to think of any other suitable title other than this because it is very much in sync with what the content is all about. Because scraping the barrel is an idiom. It's a phrase in English. People use this actually. So I came out with an opposite of that idiom, which is the unscraped barrel. So which the book is all about in terms of complete ideas and thoughts. So which never goes out of style and fashion. So which is very much available at any point in time for anybody. So that is the unscraped barrel all about.
Great. Now, normally we see a lot of books wherein we get so much of detail and you keep on reading the examples and all. But this book is very,
Yeah.
very unique, right? So I would request you to just throw the light on this, that in what terms, what makes this book as a unique book?
Sure. So unlike your fiction or non-fiction type of categories, this is completely about quotes. So I started slowly writing these, thoughts, actually penning down these thoughts during the midst of the pandemic. So I can say in mid 2020, when there was a lockdown phase. So when I turned back in the back end of 2021, it has taken a form of a book. Then I thought, why should we keep it with ourselves? And that is the idea of publishing this book and make it accessible to as many people as possible. See, these are all, you might have seen the book actually. Each page contains one crisp quote without any diagram or any very explanation. Because as we discussed before publishing, quote and the reader, nothing in between actually. So nothing can distract the reader when he reads the book. So these are all the thoughts of life and leadership. So which is very much required in the post-pandemic era currently, because I did a small research and study before started writing this book actually, which was the study. The results were astonishing actually, because there is a research study saying that as many as 157,000 people have taken their lives during the pandemic in India due to various reasons like financial troubles, personal relationship friction, stress, anxiety, ambiguity, uncertainty about the future. So this book is a small initiative in terms of infusing the confidence in the minds of the people. So bringing back the certainty in the people's behavior, boost the morale of the person who reads the book. And if this is going to help them in terms of making them more, behave in a more clarity with purpose, I think the mission of the book is accomplished, Vinith.
Superb. Now, since we are discussing the context of the book, now I would like to understand your thoughts. Before pandemic, how was the life, and after the pandemic, what kind of changes do you see in terms of how we are leading our lives?
Certainly. See, this pandemic is very much unprecedented. So I think ourselves and the previous generation, our fathers and mother, they would have also not seen this kind of happening or an occurrence in their lives. So this, they say this happened 100 years before, 10 decades before, 1918. So people were completely immobile. They were not able to travel anywhere. They are not able to see in person. Everything has become online. The online business has been flourishing like, anything. But slowly, when the lockdown is lifted, now people are, becoming in the normal phase. Actually, they are getting into the normalcy slowly. And I think we were able to kind of go and meet someone, as and when we require. And this book will definitely kind of bring in a positivity into the minds of the people who read it. And it has already hit the retail stands in a couple of retail outlets in Chennai. This book is available. And we are penetrating this book to as many institutions and corporates as possible. And I'm sure this is very much relevant to the post-pandemic era. People can reflect their thoughts and very much relate to the contents of the book, Vinith.
Great. Now, since we are talking about life and leadership, so
Yeah,
I would like to understand, how do you look at the leadership as a concept? And what are the three main qualities, according to you, which a leader should have?
yeah. So leadership is not about a title or a position to reach, actually. It is a feeling in a person's mind. That's what I say. It is not about the CEO or a managing director title one should aim for and think that that is where the leadership is all about. So even a graduate engineer trainee or a person who joins an organization can prove his leadership mettle, actually. So the foremost thing that is required for a leader is about care. He needs to care about the people who leads. He must never be selfish, in terms of taking the credit or completely, responsible for all the winning situations or anything that comes to. So he must have to work as a team and care for the people, who he works with. So care is something very, very relevant attribute for a leader. That is number one. And number two is the personality. He must be a role model, actually, to the people who he leads. So he cannot say something and he cannot do something else, actually. So you need to walk the talk. That is what is very much necessary for a leadership person. So that is when he influences the people who works with him. So I won't say who works under him, who works with him. Because when you say under him, again, it says that he is always on the top and he will keep the person at the bottom. It is not like that. So only when it is in sync, he or she is in sync with the people. So the objectives of an organization or a project is accomplished well, actually. So we spoke about care and we spoke about the personality. And number one, he must be kind enough, actually. So it is not that he must be very, very aggressive or something like that. A leader can also be kind and he can inspire the people around him in terms of getting the work done. So these are some of the key attributes that makes a good leader.
Sure, sure. Beautifully explained. Beautifully explained. Actually,
Thanks.
I also believe and 100% agree with you that all these things makes a leader as a real leader of, a team.
Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes.
Great. I have one more question. See, nowadays,
Sure.
if you look around, all of us are
Yeah.
busy in our lives. All of us are a kind of, running the race. Now, what do
Yeah.
you feel that should there be any full stop to this race, or there is always a comma and it will keep on continuing?
That's a pretty interesting question, Vinith. So we call it as a corporate rat race. So people kind of go behind designations and they look for promotions, appraisals every year. But if you ask me very honestly, so you need to compete with yourself, not with anyone else, actually. So are you better today when you compare it to your yesterday's behavior or with yesterday's attitude? then there will no need for any appraisal and stuff like that actually. So you can do your own self-appraisal. So why do you want to join a rat race? So people say that very much it is relevant today, but if you ask me personally, I don't think that rat race and all is necessary to lead a very happy life. So I think you need to compete with yourself every day and see whether you are improving 10% or 5% at least on a daily basis. After a month, you are there actually. Whatever kind of a goal or an objective you have kept for yourself, it could be easily achieved in a span of 1 month or 2 months, provided consistency is there in terms of improvement on a daily basis. So compete with yourself, not with anyone else actually. So that is my motto.
Great, great. Beautifully explained. Beautifully explained. Now, I have one more question, which may be little out of syllabus, but very important.
Please.
Since you have been
All the
already,
questions are out of syllabus only, actually. It's all extempo. So we never planned for this, right?
obviously, obviously.
Yeah.
Since you have been associated with so many different corporates as a mentor, as a coach, as a trainer,
Yeah.
there are a lot of employees, those who come back home and then they think, what I'm doing again, I need to go there. What I'm doing, this is not the right kind of life what I want. So, what kind of message you would like to give to those kind of employees?
See, very simple. And if you ask me a blunt answer to this, stop doing what you are not liking, actually. So you need to follow your purpose and passion. That is very much important in life. So if you're not interested in getting to work on Monday morning, I think you have to look for something else actually. So talk to your heart. It will tell you the truth actually. So that is what has happened to me in 2007 or 8 when I was working as a consultant. I thought we are doing the monotonous job of a consultant actually. So talking to the clients and running for sales and business and getting to the candidate's call and making them please in a company. So how can we be different? So then I jumped into the bandwagon of entrepreneurship, even though the business is very much similar, the same business I'm continuing, but you have something, enormous time for you to reflect and do your own personal things that you want to do in life. For example, I never thought that I would become an author, Vineet.
Correct.
It just happened one day. So I started slowly writing, and in 2021, it has taken a form of a book. Then you helped me in terms of making it as a book, and it has come out exceptionally well, and people are liking the book, and it has hit the stands also. So that is what. So talk to your heart, follow your passion and purpose. That is more important. So if you feel there is a monotony in your life, I think it's high time you need to look for a change in your life, because life will also start boring to you then. So what is the purpose of leading a life with boredom, right?
Obviously, I do agree that happiness is more important as compared to anything else.
Absolutely yes.
But my next question is
Absolutely yes.
related to this. A lot of people
Please.
find it difficult to identify their passion. Somebody may be, multi-talented, also is good in writing, is good in music, is good in dance. Where should he or she go? How to identify what is the right passion, where I would, spend my life happily?
See, there are two things to look at it. One is the personal feedback. You can, as I told you in the earlier query, you can talk to yourself. Many people miss this actually. So people nowadays are very much occupied with smartphones and gadgets. They miss to talk to themselves actually. So there is a fantastic quote also. You miss to talk to a fantastic person if you're not talking to yourself.
Superb.
So please set aside a great amount of time to talk to yourself, to kind of understand your own passion. Definitely a person who talks to himself or retrospect his interests and passion, you will definitely find it out. If not immediately, in a span of a few days time, it is very much possible actually.
Agree. Very good. Very nice message that instead of doing a journey outside, do a journey inside, and you get to find your best.
100%. You're right. 100%.
Great. Now we are reaching to the last leg of the interview. Any message you would like to give to the audience?
So I thank the readers who have already, got this book, and they are giving some fantastic reviews, positive feedback, constructive criticism, whatnot, from my friends, peers, and from my, senior executives. A couple of managing directors and CEOs have already started picking a copy of the Unscraped Barrel. And as you rightly said, people immediately ask, every person who gets a copy of the book asks me question about the unique title of the book actually. And they want to know the reason behind the title of the book actually. So encourage us, read this book and give us your comments so that, we can write more and give it to you more actually. And this pandemic, I'm sure many people are trying to bring in positivity, and, they are trying to shift and make a course correction in the lives of many people by doing these kind of noble initiatives. Support as many people as possible in your career who are taking out their time from their busy schedule and trying to make this society and planet a better place to live actually. So I think we need to kind of move from a self-centered approach to a society-based approach, and that is where you win and everyone can win actually. So that is my small piece of information I want to share this with you.
Great, great. Thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, now we can see that with the help of this interview itself, you might have got so much of insight, and the condensed form of the knowledge related to life and leadership. You can pick up this book, Unscrapped Barrel. I'll drop the buy link below this video. If you are watching it on YouTube, you can subscribe to our channel so that you can keep on getting these kind of videos. And if you are watching it on Facebook, do like our page. Thank you so much, Raghavanji. Thanks a lot. And it was really pleasure having you here.
Same here, Vinith. Thanks for making this video. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.